Brahma is the creator god in the Trimurti of Hinduism. He has 4 faces, looking in the 4 directions. Brahma is also known as Svayambhu, Vāgīśa, and the creator of the 4 Vedas, one from each of his mouths. Brahma is identified with the Vedic god Prajapati, as well as linked to Kama and Hiranyagarbha. He is more prominently mentioned in the post-Vedic Hindu epics and the mythologies in the Puranas. In the epics, he is conflated with Purusha. Brahma, along with Vishnu and Shiva, is part of a Hindu trinity. However, ancient Hindu texts mentioned other trinities of gods or goddesses which do not include Brahma. While Brahma is often credited as the creator of the universe and various beings in it, several Puranas describe him being born from a lotus emerging from the navel of the god Vishnu. Other Puranas suggest that he is born from Shiva or his aspects, or he is a supreme god in diverse versions of Hindu mythology. Brahma, along with Vishnu and Shiva, is also viewed as a different form of Brahman, the ultimate formless metaphysical reality and cosmic soul in Hinduism. Brahma does not enjoy popular worship in present-age Hinduism and has lesser importance than the other members of the Trimurti, Vishnu and Shiva. Brahma is revered in ancient texts, yet rarely worshipped as a primary deity in India. Very few temples dedicated to him exist in India, the most famous being the Brahma Temple, Pushkar in Rajasthan. Brahma temples are found outside India, such as in Thailand at the Erawan Shrine in Bangkok. Etymology. The origins of Brahma are uncertain, in part because several related words such as one for ultimate reality and priest are found in the Vedic literature. The existence of a distinct deity named Brahma is evidenced in late Vedic text. A distinction between spiritual concept of Brahman and deity Brahma is that the former is gender-neutral abstract metaphysical concept in Hinduism, while the latter is one of the many masculine gods in Hindu mythology. The spiritual concept of Brahman is far older, and some scholars suggest deity Brahma may have emerged as a personal conception and visible icon of the impersonal universal principle called Brahman. In Sanskrit grammar, the noun stem Brahman forms 2 distinct nouns. One is a neuter noun Brahman, whose nominative singular form is Brahma. This noun has a generalized and abstract meaning. Contrasted to the neuter noun is the masculine noun Brahman, whose nominative singular form is Brahma. This noun is used to refer to a person, and as the proper name of a deity Brahma, it is the subject matter of the present article. History. Vedic literature. One of the earliest mention of Brahma with Vishnu and Shiva is in the 5th Prapithaka of the Maitreya Upanishad, probably composed in late 1st millennium BCE. Brahma is discussed in verse 5, one also called the Kutsayana hymn first, and expounded in verse 5-2. In the pantheistic Kutsayana hymn, the Upanishad asserts that one's soul is Brahman, and this ultimate reality, cosmic universal or God is within each living being. It equates the Atman within to be Brahma and various alternate manifestations of Brahman as follows: Thou art Brahma, thou art Vishnu, thou art Rudra, thou art Agni, Varuna, Vayu, Indra, thou art all. In verse 5-2, Brahma, Vishnu and Shiva are mapped into the theory of guna, that is, qualities. Psyche and innate tendencies the text describes can be found in all living beings. This chapter of the Maitreya Upanishad asserts that the universe emerged from darkness. First is passion, characterized by action qua action, which then refined and differentiated into purity and goodness. Of these 3 qualities, Sattva is then mapped to Brahma as follows. While the Maitreya Upanishad maps Brahma with one of the elements of guna theory of Hinduism, the text does not depict him as one of the trifunctional elements of the Hindu Trimurti idea found in later Puranic literature. Post-Vedic epics and Puranas. The post-Vedic texts of Hinduism offer multiple theories of cosmogony, many involving Brahma. These include Sarga and Visarga, ideas related to the Indian thought that there are two levels of reality, one primary that is unchanging and other secondary that is always changing, and that all observed reality of the latter is in an endless repeating cycle of existence. That cosmos and life we experience is continually created, evolved, dissolved and then recreated. The primary creator is extensively discussed in Vedic cosmogonies, with Brahmana, Purusha, Devi among the terms used for the primary creator, while the Vedic and post-Vedic texts name different gods and goddesses as secondary creators, and in some cases a different god or goddess is the secondary creator at the start of each cosmic cycle. Brahma is a secondary creator, as described in the Mahabharata and Puranas, and among the most studied and described. Born from a lotus emerging from the navel of Vishnu, Brahma creates all the forms in the universe, but not the primordial universe itself. In contrast, the Shiva-focused Puranas describe Brahma and Vishnu to have been created by Ardhanarishvara, that is, half Shiva and half Parvati, or alternatively, Brahma was born from Rudra, or Vishnu, Shiva and Brahma creating each other cyclically in different eons. Thus, in most Puranic texts, Brahma's creative activity depends on the presence and power of a higher god. In the Bhagavata Purana, Brahma is portrayed several times as the one who rises from the ocean of causes. Brahma, states this Purana, emerges at the moment when time and universe is born, inside a lotus rooted in the navel of Hari. The myth asserts that Brahma is drowsy and is temporarily incompetent as he puts together the universe. He then becomes aware of his confusion and drowsiness, meditates as an ascetic, then realizes Hari in his heart, sees the beginning and end of universe, and then his creative powers are revived. Brahma, states Bhagavata Purana, thereafter combines Prakriti and Purusha to create a dazzling variety of living creatures, and tempest of causal nexus. The Bhagavata Purana thus attributes the creation of Maya to Brahma, wherein he creates for the sake of creation, imbuing everything with both the good and the evil, the material and the spiritual, a beginning and an end. The Puranas describe Brahma as the deity creating time. They correlate human time to Brahma's time, such as a Mahakalpa being a large cosmic period, correlating to one day and one night in Brahma's existence. The stories about Brahma in various Puranas are diverse and inconsistent. In Skanda Purana, for example, goddess Parvati is called the mother of the universe, and she is credited with creating Brahma, gods and the three worlds. She is the one, states Skanda Purana, who combined the three gunas, sattva, rajas and tamas, into matter to create the empirically observed world. The Vedic discussion of Brahma as a Rajas quality god expands in the Puranic and Tantric literature. However, these texts state that his wife Saraswati has sattva, thus complementing Brahma's rajas. Iconography. Brahma is traditionally depicted with 4 faces and 4 arms. Each face of his points to a cardinal direction. His hands hold no weapons, rather symbols of knowledge and creation. In one hand he holds the sacred texts of Vedas, in second he holds mala symbolizing time, in third he holds a ladle symbolizing means to feed sacrificial fire, and in fourth a utensil with water symbolizing the means where all creation emanates from. His 4 mouths are credited with creating the 4 Vedas. He is often depicted with a white beard, implying his sage-like experience. He sits on lotus, dressed in white, with his vehicle, Hansa, a swan, a goose, nearby. Chapter 51 of Manasara Silpasastra, an ancient design manual in Sanskrit for making murti and temples, states that Brahma statue should be golden in color. The text recommends that the statue have 4 faces and 4 arms, have Jata Mukuta Mandita, and wear a diadem. 2 of his hands should be in refuge-granting and gift-giving mudra, while he should be shown with Kundika Akshamala, a small and a large Sruk Sruva. The text details the different proportions of the murti, describes the ornaments, and suggests that the idol wear kaira as lower garment, and either be alone or be accompanied with goddesses Sarasvati on his right and Savitri on his left. Brahma's consort is the goddess Saraswati. She is considered to be the embodiment of his power, the instrument of creation and the energy that drives his actions. Temples. India. Though almost all Hindu religious rites involve prayer to Brahma, very few temples are dedicated to his worship. Among the most prominent is Brahma Temple, Pushkar. Once a year, on Kartik Purnima, the full moon night of the Hindu lunar month of Kartik, a religious festival is held in Brahma's honor. Thousands of pilgrims come to bathe in the holy Pushkar lake adjacent to the temple. There is a temple in Asotra village in Balatra Taluka of Rajasthan's Barmer district, which is known as Koteshwar Brahmadam Tirtha. Temples to Brahma also exist in Tirunavara in Kerala. The Trimurti temple and the temple dedicated to Brahma accompanied by Ganesha, located outside Padmanabhar Swami temple in Tiruvananthapuram, Kerala, is also famous. He is also a part of the Trimurti in Thripayu Trimurti Temple and Mithrananthapuram Trimurti Temple in Kerala. Regular pujas are held for Brahma at the temple in Tirunavara, and during Navaratras this temple comes to life with multivaried festivities. Also in the temple town of Kumbakonam in the Thanjavur district of Tamil Nadu and in Kodumudi in the Erode district of Tamil Nadu, there is also a shrine for Brahma within the Brahmapuriyaswara temple in Tiruchirappalli. There is a temple dedicated to Brahma in the temple town of Srikalahasti near Tirupati, Andhra Pradesh. 7 feet height of Chaturmukha Brahma temple at Bangalore, Karnataka. In the coastal state of Goa, a shrine belonging to the 5th century. In the small and remote village of Karambolam in the Satari Taluka in the northeast region of the state is found. Famous Murti of Brahma exists at Mangalweda, 52 kilometers from the Solapur district of Maharashtra and in Sopara near Mumbai. There is a 12th century temple dedicated to him in Khed Brahma, Gujarat. Other temples dedicated to Brahma: Brahma Temple at Kokkan in Kullu district, Himachal Pradesh. Brahma Temple at Asotra district, Barmer, Rajasthan. Brahma Temple at Ochira in Kollam district, Kerala. Brahma Temple at village Alyoshristinarayan in Kullu, Himachal Pradesh. Brahma Temple at Anampur village Srinadaswara in Tindavanam, Tamil Nadu. Brahma Temple at Pushkar, Rajasthan. Thirunavara, Tiruvallam, Kerala. Brahma Temple at Royakotta Road in Hosa, Tamil Nadu. Uttamarkovil in Srirangam, Tamil Nadu. Kumbakonam, Thanjavur district, Tamil Nadu. Khed Brahma, Gujarat. The Brahma Temple near Panaji in the village of Brahma Karambolam in the Satari Taluka, Goa. Brahmapuraswara Temple in Tirupati near Trichy, Tamil Nadu. Brahmakuti Temple at Brahma Avit, Kanpur. Brahma Temple at village Chinch, Tehsil Bagwadoa, district Banswara, Rajasthan. Chaturmukha Brahma Temple in Chebrulu, Andhra Pradesh. As part of Trimurti at Thripayu Trimurti Temple in Irinjalakuda, Thrissur in Kerala, India. As part of Trimurti at Mithrananthapuram Trimurti Temple in Tiruvananthapuram in Kerala, India. Jagatpita Brahma in Ponmeri Shiva Temple in Vadakara in Kerala, India. Southeast Asia. The largest and most famous shrine shrine to Brahma may be found in Cambodia's Angkor Wat. One of the three largest temples in the 9th century Prambanan Temples complex in Yogyakarta, Central Java is dedicated to Brahma, the other two to Shiva and Vishnu respectively. The temple dedicated to Brahma is on southern side of Eva Temple. A statue of Brahma is present at the Erawan Shrine in Bangkok, and continues to be revered in modern times. The Golden Dome of the Government House of Thailand also contains a statue of Phra from an early 18th century painting at Wat Ye Suwarnam in Phetchaburi city of Thailand shows Brahma. The country name of Burma is derived from Brahma, and in medieval texts it is referred to as Brahma Desa. East Asia. Brahma is a popular deity in Chinese folk religion, and there are numerous temples devoted to the god in China and Taiwan. Brahma is known in Chinese as Simunshan. Difference between Brahma, Brahman, Brahman and Brahmanis. Brahman is a metaphysical concept of Hinduism referring to the ultimate reality that, states Donegal, is uncreated, eternal, infinite, transcendent, the cause, the foundation, the source and the goal of all existence. It is envisioned as either the cause of that which transforms itself into everything that exists in the universe as well as all beings, that which existed before the present universe and time, which exists as current universe and time, and that which will absorb and exist after the present universe and time ends. It is a gender-neutral abstract concept. Brahma is distinct from Brahmin. Brahma is a male deity in the post-Vedic Puranic literature who creates but neither preserves nor destroys anything. He is envisioned in some Hindu texts to have emerged from the metaphysical Brahman along with Vishnu's Shiva, all other gods, goddesses, matter and other beings. In theistic schools of Hinduism where deity Brahma is described as part of its cosmology, he is immortal like all gods and goddesses, and dissolves into the abstract immortal Brahman when the universe ends, then a new cosmic cycle restarts again. The deity Brahma is mentioned in the Vedas and the Upanishads but is uncommon, while the abstract Brahman concept is predominant in these texts, particularly the Upanishads. In the Puranic and the epics literature, deity Brahma appears more often, but inconsistently. Some texts suggest that God Vishnu created Brahma, others suggest God Shiva created Brahma, yet others suggest Goddess Devi created Brahma. And these texts then go on to state that Brahma is a secondary creator of the world working respectively on the behalf. Further, the medieval era texts of these major theistic traditions of Hinduism assert that the Saguna Brahman is Vishnu's Shiva, or Devi respectively, and that the Atman within every living being is same a part of this ultimate, eternal Brahman. Brahman is a Varna in Hinduism, specializing in theory as priests, preservers and transmitters of sacred literature across generations. The Brahmanas are one of the four ancient layers of texts within the Vedas. They are primarily a digest incorporating myths, legends, the explanation of Vedic rituals and in some cases philosophy. They are embedded within each of the four Vedas and form a part of the Hindu Shruti literature.